current version because I thought it was too big. But that's actually the correct version. So pretty much I deleted the original version. You want to know how I noticed? Because I was going to do a little bit of work on it, and I noticed that the Nebula Rift Ring, which is something that I still always need to work on because I always need to make sure that it's full in its full working capacity, didn't have the script that I literally just worked on before I did the recording. So I thought, that's strange. Why doesn't this have the script that I was working on? And why does it have the placeholder that I put in, so though there is a script at the very least? Like, it has some variables in there, and it has, like, the begin blocks that I would need, but it doesn't have anything written in them. Why are they like this? So I looked in on it a little bit further, and then I found out that it was the wrong version. It was the old version. So I literally went, you've got to be kidding me. So I literally went through an entire session with the wrong version of everything. And I went around thinking like, oh, it's the correct version. I was so angry at that. Like, I was so angry that I was like, I don't, like, should I even delete that session and just go make a new one? And I was like, no. It's going to be funnier if I actually leave it in. And then it's like, the next one's like, yeah, about that. We weren't actually using the newest version. We were actually using an old version that I made. So, yeah. So, by the way, we're now using the correct version. So, literally, the mod playthrough that I just did is actually using the correct version. While it still needs to do some work, and plus since I did an Oblivion mod playthrough, I have to go and add items, but still, it is now using technically the correct version that it should have been using in the first place. Anyway, now that we have the correct version, we will be using that from now on. And because now both the Oblivion mod and modded playthroughs are going to be using the same version, we're going to be having a better time. So instead of having 3 different versions, we're now going to have 2 different versions. Well, technically, you guys are only going to see the one. Even with the previous version, you guys only saw 2 of the 3. The one is the test version, which is usually what I always see, which is usually the one that gives me the most anger, because it's the work in progress parts. So pretty much I get to see all the errors while they happen. And I get very angry at the fact that I'm seeing all the errors while they happen. And then I wonder why it's all breaking. Anyway, it's fine. Sort of. It's not, it's like one of those, like, it's fine, but like, I definitely don't want it to be like, it's fine. Like, I don't want it to be like, I don't want the mod to break, but like, if it happens, it happens. I'll just get rid of these kelp ones. Wait. Why are these called kelp boxes? But, you know what? Just in case this is trying to trick me, into thinking there's something wrong with them, I'm just gonna use these 2. I have my eye on you 2. Anyway. Yep. There we go. Yeah, so unfortunately, wheat I can't do anything with. I wish you could make wheat into wheat seeds, but that's, I mean, it's silly, but I mean, that would help me out the most. Cactus. Wheat. There we go. Potatoes. Alright, is there anything else in here? Just trying to see if there's any more cactuses. If I find sugarcane, I'm gonna be freaking mad. I found cocoa beans, though. I don't think I have a storage for cocoa beans. Yeah, I don't think I have a storage for them. That's for cane. So this is cactus. Alright. Cactus. Cactus. I only have a stack for you, though. Probably because I didn't know that automatic cactus farms actually existed. Until now. I'm gonna probably make one soon. So that'll be fun. Anyway, wheat. I mean, these don't have anything, correct? Yeah, so I could throw wheat in here for now, just so though, like, wheat has a container sort of area. And it's not like I can plant wheat either, so yeah. Although, to be fair, wheat should be transported to the kitchen so they can actually make stuff. But That's carrot, that's carrot, that's carrot, carrot, carrot. Mushrooms. Potatoes, potatoes. I'm gonna say carrots for potatoes. No! Okay, so that's all good. Okay, so we're gonna throw wheat in here for now. I'll figure out what I want to do with wheat later. Wait. You can make hay bales with wheat. Wait. If you can, then I know what I could do with those. It would be a very silly thing to do, but I'm willing to do it. Okay, so brown mushrooms. Let's just go grab this. This is also going to be a very silly thing to do, but I'm willing to do it. Are you brown? No, you're not the brown mushrooms. You are the red mushrooms. You are the brown mushrooms. I only need one shulker because apparently mushrooms are very hard to farm. For apparently. Anyway. Yeah, so something else I was thinking of doing, and I'm thinking of doing it for the 1.21 base rather than doing it here. As unfortunate as it is, I think it would be very cool to have it here. But then again, since I'm going to be doing something really interesting with the 1.21 base, I think it would be very cool to mention that I'm going to be doing some research. And by research, I mean like hands-on research, even if I could read it on the wiki. I am not going to trust that because of the Smith & Templates part. So I'm going to go do my own research within in-game, and I'm going to find out if it makes sense. But in case you want to know, I'm going to do a little bit of explaining my business. So, as you might know, there are such a thing as a creature called a mushroom. Mushrooms are very nice because if you want to have infinite food, mushrooms are your best bet. Mushrooms, if you right-click with a wooden bowl, you would get mushroom stew. And of course, a mushroom does not have a cooldown for such a delicious food item. So pretty much you can have infinite food with a mushroom stew bowl or with a bowl and a mushroom. You would have infinite food because there is no reason for you to not have infinite food for that. So hooray for that nonsense, right? But of course, one thing that you have to remember though is that there is now 2 different types of mushrooms instead of 1. Now there's one that is the brown mushroom version, which is a rare variant that you have to have random circumstances make kind of thing. And then there is the red, which is the more common version. So what is the research that I want to make? If you can do everything with the brown mushroom that you can do with the red. Now I know there is something extra you can do with the brown mushroom version. No, which is that you can feed it flowers, and it gives you what the suspicious stew would give you if you crafted it with that said flower. So I think it's either dandelion or oxy or something like that. I can't remember what it was. But if you give that to a, like, if you make a suspicious stew with that, it gives you extra saturation, which, if you do not know, that means that it takes a lot longer for you to get hungry in the game. So that's actually really nice. So I want to know if the brown mushroom can do everything the red mushroom can do, which is still make a normal mushroom stew, and I think a mushroom can still make a milk buckets. That I'm not too sure of. I think I remember reading that it can. So it's like, if you had to pick a cow or a mushroom, pick a mushroom because it's like infinitely better. Unfortunately, I did not know that when I made Mount Ridge Dam. Unless that was a, not, I don't want to say recent change, but unless that was like again, not a recent change, but like close to recent change, pretty much. I know I should just shift click, but I'm not doing that. So yeah, so that's the kind of thing though that I'm talking about though, is that like I'm gonna be doing some research with this. Nothing too big and nothing too like experimental. It's just something that I want to know offhand, is that like, does it work this way? Because if it does, oh my god, I'm using it. Because then I was thinking of making it like a little bit of storytelling. Like, sure, the alchemists are using it because like it gives you some weird potion effects, but then like they have a weird thing with the with the chef kind of thing, where the chef will be like, hey guys, can you guys give me, you know, this like can you guys give me like this food, pretty much, or this mushroom stew, because everybody, because this is just flying off the shelves pretty much. And it's like, okay, like, here you go, here's the mushroom stew that you're looking for. It's like, ah, thank you. I don't know, I just think it would be very cool. I also wanted to put like villagers all around Arcanix, to kind of give it like sort of more life kind of thing, but maybe I'll do the thing for the 1.21 base where I'll put like villagers, and because I do want to put a giant cherry tree on there. I gotta look at different custom trees and figure out what kind of design I want for it. I don't want it too tall, but I also don't want it to be like too small either. I want it to be like at that right size that I'm looking for, but I just want to figure out how to make a custom tree that's sort of like what I'm imagining, but also like to kind of just be able to build it, so, like to be able to make it so though at the very least though it's like, hey guys, I built this custom tree pretty much. I took a lot of inspiration from different other sources, but hey, like, you know, and then have it so though like it also has every bee that I've ever collected in Minecraft 1.15. Just randomly flying around, being like, you know, being bees, pretty much. Just flying around, being bees, collecting pollen. Or collecting nectar and creating honey from it. I think that would be very cool. Mind you, most of the bees you won't be able to access because they'll be on the top of the tree, but, you know, all the ones at the bottom, you know, you can do it. I think that would be a very cool idea, because then at the very least the island or whatever I decide to put it as, I don't know yet. As I said, it's still very much a work in progress right now, and I haven't made any progress yet. I haven't made any progress since, I think, around the beginning of this year, I think. Okay, I'm gonna say in April was probably the last time I made progress on that. On the 1.21 base that I wanted to make. So yeah. A very long time before I decided that I should probably do a lot more work on this, and I think a lot of the time was spent on the Oblivion mod, just getting that done. So yeah, I should probably start putting more attention towards other things too. But again, Oblivion, it's Oblivion though. Like, I love Oblivion. It's kind of like the whole, my whole sort of like reason for just working on the mod is just because like I like Oblivion. I like Oblivion. I'm not saying I don't like Minecraft, but I like Oblivion. If you don't like Oblivion, then that's fine. That's what you like. I personally like Oblivion. I love Oblivion. I think I've said this before, but like Oblivion's one of those games in which that like I can lose myself in hours in it. And like nothing will like I could literally make no progress in the entire game just randomly running around and enjoying the game. And like I'll still say like I had fun playing Oblivion. It's like and it's just Oblivion. It's just the Oblivion's charm is that like I can literally make little to no progress and still have a fun time doing it. Even during like my own time, like I could play like Oblivion for like 5 hours straight and be completely okay with the fact that I did absolutely nothing in the entire game. Just enjoying the scenic routes and stuff like that. Like I'll literally do it. Like it's not that big of a deal. And then for recording, same idea for recording. Like I'll literally record for like 3 hours and go like I didn't make enough progress this episode. Maybe I should stretch it. It's like it's Oblivion. It's Oblivion. The only times in which that I actually didn't like recording Oblivion was when I was sick. When I was sick and I was coughing all the time. Like I didn't want to record it. Not because I didn't want to